Good morning, everyone. How are you this morning? Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Holly. Hello, Daphne. Excellent. So, what's today? Why does my screen look smaller today? What have I done? I'm sure it's fine. Here we are at Tuesday, the 20. Excuse me. My goodness, the 20. That's what I get for eating peppermints, isn't it? The 24th of February. So another 4 days of February. So today plus 3 more. That will be the end. Hi, Leslie. Lovely to see you. So at the end of February, that will be the cutoff for the new signing up. I had to go. I had to go to a meeting this morning, and I'm all over the place at the moment. So, yeah. So the Stampin' Positioner, which is the joining offer, will be finishing at the end of this month. So, if you're thinking of joining, let me know. I can help you through the whole thing. Hi, Roz. How are you this morning? Lovely to see you. And also, don't forget your coupons that you may have earned in January. They need to be finished up by, I think it's the 2nd of March or something. Hi, Marlene. Lovely to see you. Thank you all for joining me this morning. I'm like a bit weird this morning, I can tell you. I think I've got a lot of decisions that I've got to make, and it's sort of like going through my head. So, okay, so this morning I'm not going to remake the whole card that I made with the boxes, but I am going to show you what I did and what the other idea is, because I feel that will be a lot better than me trying to show you the whole card again. You've already seen how the card is made, and this is just a little added extra to it. So I'll show you that, and then I have a card to put together if I can remember how to do it. I've written notes, so we'll just see how we go. I'm going to hop down to the desk. There we go. So this is the card that I was talking about. So the one that we made the other day that we opened up, and we had the little shadow box inside, so you could, make it look pretty inside. So when I was talking to my husband, I showed him the card. He likes to see the cards every day. Good morning, Nicole. How are you this morning? So I showed it to him, and he just looked at it and he goes, do you know what you could do? So I'm going to show you them. This is the card that I made for my muck-up. I just used literally pieces of scrap that I had lying around, as you can see. So this is the normal card. It sits like this. So then he said to me, where we do, we come along here, and then we have a score line. He said another inch, or an inch and a bit, if you like, an inch and 1/8, do another score line down there, and you can close it across, which gives you a box. So you could either tie it or whatever. However, his idea was to put something in here. Well, obviously that's not going to work. So what I did was I cut another piece. Now, if I can tell you the size of this. So it was 5 inches by 3 inches. And then what I did was I scored it 1 inch in on all corners, folded it all up, I cut out where the middle one was, the edges, so that we didn't have full pieces, and I made a box. Okay, so that's what I did. Now, the good thing about this box is it slips straight into the bottom of there. So we've now got, once you've stuck it in, it's a bit different. We've now got a base in the box. So then you've got a box that you can put over like that. All right. So you could tie it up however you wanted to. The idea was we could put a block of chocolate in there. Bad news is blocks of chocolate don't fit in there because we bought one just to try it out. However, oh, will that one fit? No, that one won't. I think it might be out of my desk. 2 seconds. So we sat sort of thinking about it, and then these little notebooks, they're just little spirals. It's a little spiral notebook, and that fits in there perfectly. So you could do a notebook if you wanted to. All you could do with this would be to make it 2 inches, 3 inches by 3 inches to bring it back, I think it is. And you could pop a pen in there, or you can put a pen in with the notebook. You could put other chocolates or whatever. Oh no, Leslie, really? Isn't it weird how it goes like that, isn't it? Did I say hi to Nicole? I hope so. Yeah, it doesn't take long, does it? When the ground is so dry, the rain can't soak in, so it sits on top. So that was our idea. I will make one up completely, but it would be a great little. I go back to when I was doing my retreats, and we always gave everybody a little bag, and it would have some crystals in it. It would always have a notebook in it. It always had a pen or pencil in it. So looking back to that, it would have been lovely. Could have dropped a couple of crystals. There's still room down in there for other stuff. Could have dropped a couple of crystals down in there. We used to make all sorts of different stuff to give them, and then you could just fold it over. Okay, so that turns the card into like a little gift box, which I thought was really good. I mean, obviously you wouldn't turn it upside down if you had a pen in there because it would come straight out. Anyway, that's what I wanted to show you without actually remaking the whole card, because we're going to do a different card. It is a good idea, isn't it? I mean, I love the card as it is. Don't get me wrong. I really do love the card as it is. But it's just another option for that particular card. Sometimes it's good when hubby puts his 5 cents worth in, because we get to come up with stuff together. Alrighty, so today I've just done it as a fun fold. I've cut out most of my pieces. I do have to cut out, I do have to die cut. However, let me grab all the pieces off of here. Just a note, this is that gorgeous paper from, and I keep forgetting the name of it, which is horrible, Delicate Dreams. And I wanted to use something that was, some of it was plain and some of it wasn't. So this is what I did. But just a reminder to check if you use the back, because I fell into this last night and I've got lots of little bits here. Although this is sort of like a linen-y what have I got? Can I get it in there? It's just like a linen-y sort of piece of DSP. It is actually directional. And I didn't think any more of it until I put it together last night and thought, that doesn't look right, because that should be, it should all be going the same way. All right, so I got this, it was a short that came up on Facebook. It is something different, Suzanne, isn't it? Yeah, it's good when the hubbies have some ideas. I love it. Okay, the difference is my husband's used to making things out of steel and wood. And sometimes it's like, how would I get that to do that? So it was a short that came up on my Facebook page, and it was Avi Renee, and she called it a double gatefold shadow box. Okay, so we start off with You Live on a Hill. That's awesome. Awesome news. Alrighty, so this is the card base, and it's 11 by 5 1/4, and it's scored at 1 3/4 and 3 on both sides. So score at one side, turn it over, score the other side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to just do our normal, I'm just putting all these pieces out of the way, just doing our normal fold where we fold the first one in and the next one back. So it's all like almost like a double Z fold, I suppose, so we're just going to do that. And that. So that's what we're going to end up with. Then we have two pieces at 7.5 by 1 1/4, and they're scored at 4 inches and 5 3/4 inches. Okay, so we have that, and then what we're going to do, we're going to fold that one back and that one forward. So we're going to basically do the opposite to what we've just done with those two. So I'll just burnish those down. One's going to go this way, one's going to go this way. All right, so that's what we've got. Oh, I thought that. What I've actually done is I've already coloured, and I've just got to die cut these out. These have been die cut. I'm not sure about these two, but anyway. So I have to die cut those. I feel that it will be a lot better when we have the colour that goes in here, which I believe is that, was it hydrangea hue? Because none of the blues that I've got at the moment actually, match it. So we've come close. So what we're going to do first is we're going to put these two pieces on the inside. You'll notice they go right to the top, but not right to the sides. So I'm going to do that first. The Palace Hotel. Is it like a palace? So I'm just going to pop these on here. So center them up like that. That's that one. And we're just going to do this one. So how's everybody's day been? I mean, we've only just really started, so can't say much about ours. It's good weather today, a little bit humid. So we're going to pop that on there like that. We also have this piece here, which is going to fit the same top to bottom. It fits exactly, the sides not quite. Now we're not going to do these side bits just yet, but I will do this inside. Oh, yes. Of course. I love that movie. Love it. Actually, when I was in England one time and I was staying with my cousin, and she actually introduced me to Mamma Mia. I hadn't seen that movie. And then she said, are there any movies that you like? And I said, well, have you seen Priscilla, Queen of the Desert? And she goes, no. Well, we couldn't get it. We couldn't get that movie at all. So I waited till I came back here, and then I bought the DVD or whatever, and I sent it to her. So these pieces are going to go in here like, no, hang on. I've got to work this out. Where do they go? Yeah, they do go up. Just checking. So sorry, it doesn't go up. That one will go like that. And then this one, whoops, will go like that. And now you can see why I haven't done those. Yeah, I love both those movies too. I wasn't quite so keen on the second Mamma Mia, but it was still good. So that's how these are going to go. So what I'm going to do is decorate them before I go any further. And the reason that I did that was because I wanted to see, that one's the blue, that one's the beige. Okay. These little pieces here, these measure 1 inch by 1 inch and, yeah, 1 inch by 1.5 inches. So tiny little bits. So these are the little bits that after I'd cut them, because I cut them out of a scrap that I had, which was great, until I realized that there was actually a direction. So I'm going to do that. And that, and I've just realized something I did, but that's okay. It's not going to make any difference to the card at all. I'd actually chosen the 2 most decorative pieces to go forward, and now I've just put them the other way. So not that it matters. And then these I'm going to put this way. Actually, it's probably better that it's not overly coloured in that way. So we're just going to pop that one in there. Try and get it straight. And this one. I love all those sort of older movies. I very seldom watch movies, but some of them I do love. I still love watching Grease. I'm a kid at heart, I can tell you. I still love watching Grease. I still love watching Dirty Dancing. And then on here, we're going to put these like this. And I don't know how many times I've watched those movies. I remember going with my cousin to see Saturday Night Fever, and then I've watched it on TV several times. Not as keen on that one, but it's okay. But I'm yeah. And I could watch them over and over. I really could. All right, so this is our inside pieces here. We're going to decorate these pieces, and we're also going to decorate the center. But what I can do now is I can pop this in here because, oops, that's not very straight. Imagine that's straight. I can pop these in because I can then put these other two pieces on. So I'm going to pop glue here, if it'll come out. And I'm going to put that right up to the line there, making sure that we're at the top as well. So, whoops. So line that up at the top and take it across like so. And then I'm going to put glue here. And I'm going to stick that one down there. And hopefully we're fairly straight. So that then gives us that effect. And now we're going to do exactly the same, but the other way with this one here. So glue at the bottom. It's a very simple card. It's got quite a few pieces, but it seems quite simple. Hi, Sue. How are you? Lovely to see you. So I'm going to pop this one up against that score line. And then I'm going to come down here and we're going to put glue. We would if we could see what we were doing. Oops. 1 minute there's nothing and then it's all over the place. And then we're going to pop glue there, flatten it out and pop that one in there. So that actually gives us, give it a chance to glue down a little bit. That actually gives us our fun fold. Okay. So now, because these two are overlapping, I'm going to pop that one on there and that one on there. Alrighty, so that covers up those two. Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Did I not say hello to you? I did. I can't remember. Thank you. Oh, dear. All right, so just going to pop those two on. Now, the reason that I'm using the less patterned side is because I think once we get these on, if I put pattern on pattern, it was going to be too much. So I decided to do it this way as much as my heart wanted it to go the other way. And so these are just going to go on this strip here. And it will come right up and right down the same as we had before. That's that side. And then that's that side. I might just have to trim that one just a tad, but I won't worry at the moment. So there we go. We've still got our coloured pieces inside, and it I mean, it's going to come together like a normal. Please don't tell me that's it. All right, so it's going to come together to fit in an envelope with no problems at all. It's going to be a little bit bulky, but that'll be okay. All right, so that's what we've got. Now comes the time to decorate. So I've done the colouring because, I wanted to get that out of the way, and I thought maybe, oh, now it's sticking to me, something like this on here. But I will also use these. So to start off with, I'm just going to pop over and cut these out. And I better have some tape, I think, today. Oh, come on. I know you fit on there. Where do you fit? There. No? Well, that's interesting. I was sure that cut those. And it looks like they don't. So what does that cut then? Let me look. All right, looks like it's fussy cutting then, ladies, which is okay. I don't mind fussy cutting. I was sure that cut that out. But I will use this for this. Maybe it's just me. Like I said, I'm in a... Oops, there we go. There's the... I'll just cut these. Two little ones, which I will use. And there's one. Let's do the other one. Trying to hold my tongue right here, I can tell you. So that's that one. That's really surprised me because I was sure that this, actually that's a different flower altogether. I've got a feeling that I have mixed two different ones up here. But I will sort it out afterwards, not now. And I will just quickly fussy cut these, which doesn't worry me. So make the whole process easier. cut around it. Otherwise, I'm fighting with paper. So let's... All right, while I'm doing this, I'm going to ask you a question. And Suzanne would probably like the answer to this as well. What would encourage you to attend card making or scrapbooking classes? In person, I'm talking. So what would have to be offered, or would, more to the point, what would you like to see offered for you to want to attend a class? So if you can put that in the comments, that would be wonderful. And I'm sure that would be Suzanne, or something Suzanne would like an answer to as well. Don't be shy, because I'm open to all suggestions. And I know most of you aren't going to be coming to my classes, so, you know, from an outsider point of view then, what would encourage you? What would make you think, yeah, I want to go to that? Mind you, you have to pretend you don't know me. So do you prefer to go to someone's house, or do you prefer to? The cost? Oh, yeah. Marlene, I didn't mean you to actually come. It was just something that came up today, and it's something I'm interested to find out. Very interested, like, is it the cost of classes, and what would you consider to be a reasonable cost, say, to make 3 cards? Take everything into consideration. You prefer to go to someone's house, Holly? Okay. Now that's interesting, right off the bat. Here we go. So, I'm sure there was a die for this. I'm pretty sure I've got 2 mixed up here, because that looks like a totally different set. So actually, I'm just wondering, reasonable price? Yeah. I can't see. Carolyn. Oh, so you've just started doing them, or you've just started attending them? Are you running them and to the page? You prefer a house? I do think price is something that is important. I think it needs to be work for both the person teaching the class and also for the people attending. And, it just depends. There we go. That's those 2 done. You go into a lady's home. Where are you, Carolyn? Well, see, so Lisa, where are you, Lisa? I forget where everybody is. The one you're cutting out is Charming Day. I think the other one is Gallery. Thank you, thank you, Tanya. I've got a feeling that maybe Mum may have popped them into the wrong one, and it's fine. As soon as I sat here and looked at it, I thought that's not going to go there. A home is nice, and also a small hall. Yep. Excellent, Roz. Yep. I agree with that. I like, just in case you don't get them finished. It's nice to have like a printed tutorial, isn't it? Now I'm just wondering whether I want. I'll try and decide where I want these now. So I did colour these earlier, and I'm just sort of thinking, where do I want them? I think 2 in there might be too much, so I just want the 1 in there. These little ones, if I put those on there so that they don't overlap too much, that might be nice. I do like those 2 on there, but I feel like I need something at the bottom. And I don't think that is the right thing for the bottom. So, but I do like those there. I'll have to think about what I'm going to do. I might cut a piece of green. I do have a spare one of these, and I'm not sure about those 2 yet, but I'm definitely going to pop this one down here, and I'm definitely going to put those 2 on there. Yeah, you can see I was right out there with the so I'm going to put those, I think I'll glue them down. This one I might pop up, but I also want to fit just having a little look here. Ghosts, I think. I want to fit a, what do you call it, sentiment on one of those. So not sure. Maybe I'll get some green. That looks good. Oh, Lisa, you're from the USA now. You said let me have a look. Popping back up there. So, okay, you pay 25 for about 3 hours. It's a group of 5 ladies from church. Yeah, yeah. So, where are you based, Carolyn? It's so interesting that you've all said in a house. Hi, Suzanne. All right. So, Lisa, I think you said $10, didn't you? Four cards for the price is 20. So that's $40 Australian. That's, yeah. I am really, you like to come away with definitely like to come away with a finished product. So, Suzanne, I don't know if you heard the question, but I've asked the ladies to pop in to the comments what they would like out of a card class. Would they like to do it in a hall? Would they like to do it at a home? How much they'd be prepared to pay and what they expect from the card class. It's just an interesting scenario, and I thought I'd pop it out there. And I said I'm sure it's something that you would be interested in as well. So do we need that bottom flower there as well, do you think, just to finish that off? Or what can I put on the bottom to finish it off? I feel like it's sitting and it doesn't need to just sit. So while I'm at it, I'm going to pop this one up in the middle. So I have plenty of room here to do card classes, both inside the house and out. I have a large patio area that I can do them outside when the wind's not blowing. I mean, it's covered, but the wind still blows through. And then I have a large inside area for if it's nasty weather or cold or whatever. Where's my scissors gone? I was just using them. There they are. Maybe some leaves. That's what I was thinking, Tanya. I thought maybe I'll just find some greenery and pop on the bottom because it does look a bit weird as it is. Oops. Helps if you don't just try and stick the top bit on without the bottom. That's curled itself up. It'll be fine. I'm just going to pop this on here, just using the edges because we don't want to waste anything. It's fun for everyone to win a prize, an embellishment ribbon, etc. Nothing expensive. I usually browse the last chance list for bargains. Yeah, that's a great idea too. I've done classes where I've actually everyone who attends gets either exactly what you've said there. Exactly. Something like those items. And I like to give stuff away as well. So the other thing I've thought of is for people who are not, they're just coming for card classes. They're not interested in joining Stampin' Up! Or anything. They just want to do classes. And to me, they're as welcome as anybody else. And I thought maybe some of our papers that have expired, if you like, cut them into 6x6s, pop them into packets, and give them that. All right, let's have a look at some greenery here. This is dies, and I'm thinking, what am I thinking? That looks good. It's on a curve. Do I want something on a curve? What was I looking at on the front? Let me cut a piece of this and see what it looks like. It may be a bit too big. I'm going to go with the darker colour because I've got the other colour here. So I'll cut a piece of this. And I'll just have a look and see whether we can make this work or whether I need to go with something else. I think it's too much of a... Nope, that's not going to work. So let's try something else. Need something smaller. Not going to find it in there. Yes, that's that's what I thought. The retired DSP would look good. Sorry, I'm just having a look for some greenery here. What have we got? I don't really want a lot. Where's my box of bits? Let me have a little look. Not that one. Oh, I see it. And it's right across. Sorry, I'm climbing on the floor now. Where Lando gets up on my desk sometimes, he knocks everything around. I'm just having a look just to see if there's any just little greenery bits that I don't want the flowers necessarily. Just bits like this. Although the flowers are pretty, but we know we're not going there. Oh, there's that. I don't know. Let me think. There's a couple of those. I don't actually know what I've got cut in here. I know I cut a whole load because that's the wrong green. I cut a whole load of these because I often come to here just for the odd piece. And that's that again, but there's two of those, but one's on vellum and one's not. Oh, well, there's another one on vellum. So I do have two of those, but are they too much of a different colour? What do you think? And then I've got that. Well, there's those two on white. Golly gosh. So much. Hi, Kim. How are you? Oh, pizza and non-alcoholic drink. That sounds different. I'm thinking what I could do is one of those and one of those. One of those and one of those. And just sort of pop it down at the bottom. Does that look odd if I do that? I just wanted to put something else there because I felt that it looked lost. What do we think? I know it's a totally different colour for the leaves. Alternatively, I could do... No, they're too tall. What do we think, ladies? Well, I just put those on there. I didn't think this bit out. Ah, that sounds different. Will I? I'm totally lost with this now. So I'm just going to stick those ones on there to start with and see if anything comes to mind whilst I'm doing it. A linen thread bow. Just on both. You just want to test me, don't you? Oh, that's not good. So I think if I'm going to put a bow, And we all know Lorraine and bows, don't we? Definitely needs to be double. Oh, well, that didn't work. We'll start that again. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. All we got to do is get Lorraine to do the bows now. That's the old way, but let's see if it works. What have we got? We've got those. And we've got that. Oh, would you believe I have a knot in that? So let me cut that because that has to be cut. Trim those. So where would you pop it? Just one down each piece here, down at the bottom. Do it that way. You're going to be moving. It's funny because the house I was in before was actually a bigger house. And I did have like the back patio, which I did used to do my card making classes on. Oh, what did you do? Oh, no. Oh, Tanya. Oh, goodness me. Sorry, I'm just catching up on what's happening below the second set of leaves. So there. Yeah? Excellent. Let me get this one done if I can. I'm catching up on all the news. Unfortunately, when I go back into it, I don't get to read the comments. I don't think Suzanne does either. So we either have to leave it on the page if we want to reread or go through, which is what I tend to do. Otherwise, you know how some you can go in and you can see what the comments were when it was live? That's not happening with us. Oh, that'd be nice, closer to your daughter. All right, so like that on both. Let's do that. That's a great idea. Thank you for that very much. So I'm just going to pop these down flat. It's funny, I only live a very short distance, like literally 5-6 minute drive from my son. And I hardly see them. I once a fortnight I take my oldest grandson to music. He has his guitar lessons. And now he's thinking of another thing that he wants to do, and he's been given the choice, so he's got to make his decision about what he wants to do. If he doesn't do the music, then I won't see him then either. The thing is, I'm always busy. I know I'm retired now, but I always seem to have something to do. And so let me try and line that just above there, maybe about there, I think. Pop that down. And then I'll get the glue dots and I'll put the bows on. It'll be lovely, Lisa. It really will. The trouble is here, and I don't know if it's the same where you are, but it's so hard to find rentals. And like literally, we were lucky. We knew the lady that had this house when we were looking at moving from the other one. And we were just really lucky. Kevin used to pop over sometimes and mow the lawn for her because we've got a ride on and she wasn't very well. So when she actually had it come up for rent, she was surprised. She thought we actually owned the other house. I'm like, would be nice. But anyway, yeah, so we were very lucky to get this place. But there's people out there and, you have to feel sorry for them. They're living in their cars or they're living in caravans, or caravans is fine. I mean, we lived in a caravan when we were young. Mum and Dad had a big caravan and that's what we lived in. Yeah, so oh no, that would be sad. That would be sad. I've spoken to Kevin, to my hubby, and I've said, if we ever end up homeless, I said it's good, just as well we've got a decent sized car because we've got to fit the 2 cats and the dog in the car with us. But it's never easy. I'm sure you've thought of every way you possibly could not to have to do that. Okay, I'm thinking I'm going to do 2, and this one here is wishing you kindness and love, which I thought I'd put there, and at the top, what's this one? Hello, friend. So maybe those 2, or there's another one here that says thank you. Oh, thank you kindly. But I'm liking the hello friend, I think. You love this card. Oh, thank you. $40 was what Donna said. So yeah, I'm thinking I'll use that and maybe just leave that for now and just do the 1, because that way then you can make the decision afterwards if you wanted to put another one on there. So I'm just going to use, you like what I've chosen, both of them? I sort of feel like it should be a really big. Oh, now this did this the other day. Maybe it's me. Of course it's you, Lorraine. It don't make crooked stamps. Right, so that works. Let me see if I've got one of those really, really tiny thin strips so that I don't have to. I tend not to keep too many of those. Here's one though. It might be too tiny. Let me see. I think it's too. Oh, look at that. It's a bit wonky. Maybe it's just supposed to be a wonky one. No, it's definitely on the angle, so I will cut this one here. Wishing you happiness and love, which is rather nice. And I can't find my... It's still a bit crooked, you know. Let me take that off of there. And let me... take, whoops, that off of there. And I want to put that right across there. Like that. Let me put this little wee one away. I do like it. I'm just not sure that it's... I might just cut the ends. And find some minis. Here's some minis. Hopefully they won't show. And I did that in Secrecy. Well, thank you, ladies, very much for your input on the whole card making thing. I totally agree that a free gift is good. I like that idea. And I was really surprised that so many of you said you like going to a person's home. And that's good too. Because if I don't have to pay for a venue, then I can offer more. And to me, like seriously, I like to offer as much as I can without charging an arm and a leg. And yes, I know that I do Stampin' Up, and the ultimate goal, I suppose, is to have people join or what have you. But to me, as long as they enjoy themselves, I'm more than happy with that. Because that's where it all starts. Oh, you can't take any. See you soon, Suzanne. I will. Oh, that's such a shame. All right, so I'm just going to do a little bit of Stella on here. And then down in here. Oh, that looks pretty. And now we want some gems. So I've been using these, and I wondered whether, because we've gone very blue, We've got these down the bottom here. I don't know if you can see them. They're nice and sparkly. They're dark blue with some green in, with some green specks. You're welcome, Nicole. Thanks, Kim. Oh, you've got 16 dogs. Oh, my goodness. And you can take 4. Goodness, however would you make that choice? All right, I'm going to put, I think I'm going to use these darker ones down at the bottom because I should really finish up. And I'm going to, the only problem with these ones, they're gorgeous, but they stick like you don't know what. So I've got one there, and then I thought I would do, I don't know what my husband's watching, but he's got it very loud because I can hear it out here. One there. And the dog's let herself out again. And one there. I think that's probably all I need. So what do we think? There's room on the back for writing a message. I will actually put something on there because I can see some, like, where it's been on the desk. But that is our card for today. There we go. We've got some extra bits here. I can use them elsewhere for sure. It'll save me time another day. The card folds to fit into a normal sized envelope. And I like the way that sits at the bottom there when you first open it. Are you a breeding? All right. So, like I said, thank you. Oh, Sandra. Hi, Sandra. Where's Sandra? Well, hello, Sandra. I can't. Oh, there. I see. Yeah. Yes, it does make a lot more sense now. Alrighty. So that's the card for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I really want to thank you all for your input because that was extreme. I know the camera changed to integrated. That was extremely helpful to me. Your toy poodle had 7 puppies on Saturday. Oh, my goodness. So how long have you got before you have to move? Thank you, everybody. So, yeah, I'm really happy with that one. And I hope you liked the other idea with this one. I will make one day. But like I said, making that bottom piece, I mean, it's just so simple and you could pop another one in there. So, yeah, hubby comes up with some good ones sometimes. Oh, my cousin has standards and I absolutely love, oh, she used to, she doesn't now, her mum now has standard poodles. I love them, but my husband's not a dog person and I'm very lucky to have Molly because there was a sad sob story attached to her. So he agreed to me having her, but yeah, it would be a bit odd to hoard dogs, wouldn't it? When you said you had a few, I was thinking maybe, I know several people who've got 6 dogs or whatever. But I've got a friend like you who breeds dogs, and sometimes she's got just 3, and sometimes she's got 13. So, well, she breeds staffies. All right, that's me for today. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much. And good luck with what you have to do. I really feel for you because, yeah. Oh, when you're ready, oh, well, that's not so bad then. Not so bad. You're not under any pressure um, to do that. That makes it a little. It doesn't make it any easier at all, Lorraine. I mean, I know if I wouldn't be able to do it. I've got my two cats and my dog, and like I said, I'd live in the car with my husband and the two cats and the dog if I had to. But I understand that with so many, you can't do that. Alrighty, that's me done. I will see you all again tomorrow morning, same time, same place, and have a great rest of your day wherever you are, or an evening. And I will see you all at 9:30 again tomorrow morning. Take care of you and yours, please.